Hi, it's Samantha with Lux Body Works. And today I wanted to talk to you not about skincare or soap or any kind of manufacturing. I just wanted to talk to you about some nutritional wellness trends that seem to have some staying power. And while they have staying power, they have no science behind them or no really truth at all. Usually this kind of stuff is started by a social media influencer and them just talking about their experience, and then it just sort of goes from there. So the first one I want to talk about is seed oils. And when I say seed oils, I'm talking about canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower, safflower oil, and they've kind of gotten a bad rap in some circles. And they say that they're toxic because they cause inflammation that leads to obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and other type of diseases. And what critics are saying is that the main villain is linoleic acid, which is very good for your face, by the way. And so linoleic acid is an omega-6 fatty acid. And the logic is this, what they're saying. They're saying that the body converts linoleic acid into arachidonic acid, which then gets converted into prostaglandins, and the prostaglandins cause the inflammation throughout the body. The problem is that only 0.2% of the linoleic acid that we ingest is converted to arachidonic acid. So I wanted to show you what that means as far as its representation numerically. So 0.2% would be this. Oops, can you see that? 0.002. So if you had $100, just to help even more put meaning to this, if you had $100 and you wanted to convert 0.2% into food, right? So you're going to spend 0.2%. This is how much you would get to spend. You wouldn't even be able to spend a penny. It's 0.2 of a penny of $100. So I wanted to give you that representation just to help you get a feel for how small that is. But what's more important is that an analysis of over 30 different studies that were done, which included 70,000 people, those with the highest blood levels of linoleic acid and arachidonic acid had lower risk of cardiovascular disease. So most seed oil critics recommend swapping seed oils for butter, coconut oil, olive oil, or avocado oil. Olive and avocado oil are great oils, but coconut oil and butter have a high amount of saturated fat. So when you replace saturated fat with omega-6 fatty acids that are like found in seed oils, not only does it lower your bad cholesterol, which is your LDL cholesterol, it slashes your risk of cardiovascular disease by 30%. Now that's significant. The bottom line on seed oils, be smarter than them. Ignore the seed oil toxic hype. It's not based in fact or science. So the next one I wanted to talk to you about was alkaline water. Alkaline waters have been a mainstay in the bottled aisle area for years. Are they worth the price tag? No. So on the pH scale of 0 to 14, which measures how acidic or alkaline a substance is, water sits smack dab in the middle at 7. And a lot of the alkaline water that you buy is between 8 and 9 on the pH scale. So they're slightly basic or slightly alkaline. And most claims hinge on the idea that alkaline water can neutralize stomach acid and ease gastric reflux. So your stomach acid has an acidic pH of about 1.5 to 3 because it's basically hydrochloric acid and some other stuff, which is extremely acidic. So sure, you might be able to briefly and slightly raise the pH if you gulp down a quart of alkaline water. But who knows? There's never been any randomized trials, showing that alkaline water can actually reduce reflux. So the average adult body contains between 30 and 50 liters of water, depending on height, body mass, male, female. And your body is incredibly good at keeping your blood's pH within a very tight range of 7.35 to 7.45, regardless of what you eat or drink. There's actually 3 different buffer systems that it has, right? So if one doesn't do what it needs to do, it's got a second and a third, and they work incredibly, incredibly well. So the bottom line is there's no evidence that you can, or any reason why you should, change your body's pH. Some health trends are just plain dumb. Okay, here's the third one I want to talk about is green powders. So are you interested in hacking your way to wellness? Look no further than the latest magic fairy dust, powdered greens. It's almost like, it reminds me of the tinctures that they sold like in the late 1800s, right? When they had those little peddlers going around with this tincture bottle of stuff, which for the most part had opium in it. So either slept or just felt good. And they sold that as a fix-all. And this is what the power greens remind me of. So depending on which pricey powder you decide to purchase, because they are expensive, they're telling you can expect the support and promises of digestion and immunity and relieve bloat and boost energy and cure cancer and all of this other stuff. So many companies will actually sprinkle in, just for good measure, right, a mix of powdered fruits and other vegetables, maybe some probiotics or prebiotics and adaptogens and antioxidants, just so they can put that on their label. But there's no evidence at all that powdered greens or other powdered vegetables and fruits hold a candle to the real deal, the actual fruit and vegetables. So all of them are low in the unprocessed fiber and potassium that you would get from whole fruits and vegetables. And despite the claims of 2 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, like in one of their scoops, the powdered stuff doesn't fill you up, or it doesn't lower your blood pressure. And it's not anything like a hearty salad or a bowl of stir-fried broccoli, in example. And I'm always wondering, how are they actually measuring like 2 servings of fruit and 2 servings of vegetables? It's just a mystery. I'd love to see a head-to-head trial putting powdered greens versus intact fruits and vegetables and see what those promised benefits would be. That would be a very interesting study. But odds are we'll be waiting for a millennium, because I don't think that they would want to do that, because it wouldn't go in their favor. So the bottom line is that powdered greens are a sad substitute to real fruits and vegetables. So eat your veggies. So those are my 3 things that I wanted to cover today on nutritional wellness trends. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear any comments that you have. Now go up and do something today that uplifts you, and then pass it on. Thanks for watching.